fight that you're mentioning with Charlo and Canelo, do you feel like maybe if Charlo probably had maybe another fight or 2 fights at 168, we could have expected a different outcome when he faced Canelo?
I don't know. I think it's a question he'd have to answer. But I think that it's life. I mean, life's happening. I mean, like you step up to big situations. I mean, the people who lose are the people who don't step up. The people who lose are, if you think about this, when people say you had a bad day, how many people had a bad day and made the most money they ever made in their life? So is it really a bad day? I'm just asking.
Yeah.
How many people, right?
Yeah.
Had a bad day, a really bad day, but secured their financial secure for the rest of their life. So it's like, was it really a bad day? So how can you laugh at them? How can you talk about them? How can you talk about anybody in that situation? Because what? These are people doing something people dream of doing.
The big news that just came out, Derrick, flipping the page, the big news that just came out, obviously Showtime leaving boxing. It's kind of like a dagger in the heart for us boxing fans who grew up, like all of us here. HBO is already gone, now Showtime.
Right.
Now, what do you think caused all that? Or where's Showtime, where's it going to go from now, PBC? What do you think? What's your overall thoughts on that?
I don't know, man. I'm not, if I don't get into the contract, I definitely. So I do watch boxing, people, but I just don't watch. I'm not going to watch the fight unless I got to watch. I mean, if I have to, I'm studying and watching over and over.
What did you think of the fans being like, Jermell showed up to survive, all that?
I mean, I just think that, because you can't go back and forth with people about their own personal perspective. They're doing whatever they're doing their own. Because this is what you understand. He is the undisputed champ in a whole nother weight division. So how can you say he's surviving? No, you're surviving because you're not living your dream. He's thriving. Regardless if he lost the fight, you're surviving because you're not doing it. All you guys are here with me right now, living y'all dream. Doing what y'all want to do.
What it do? It's 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. Hey, man, listen. I didn't watch the Ryan Garcia press conference, but I listened to the interview with Derrick James, and Derrick James don't win Hollywood, in my opinion. And to a lot of people, that ain't a bad thing. I'm not even saying it's a bad thing. I just think you don't win Hollywood, bro. I don't know if it was the checks. I don't know what it was, but cause you from that stiff cliff, and you always say you from Oak Cliff, Texas. Listen, I'm gonna break this shit down. I've been feeling this way for a while, but I got a little more confirmation today. I've been mentioning, I've been throwing hints at it that I wish you had just stuck with Spence and Frank and Jermell. And I said you played kind of too full. I mentioned that, but I'm just gonna say this, bro. What makes you Hollywood to me is because I'm telling you, bro, there wasn't no Oak. I used to live in a cliff. There wasn't no cliff shit, bro. There wasn't no Oak Cliff shit. When they asked you about Jermell Charlo, listen to what I'm saying. I understand the fact that I don't like to see no trying to throw their fighter under the bus. Even if he did fall. I understand that. I understand you're not trying to throw your fighter under the bus and down him and shit like that. But what I'm not going to do is defend somebody when I know they didn't put forth. Trying to, bro, if all the fans saw that, my wife, she ain't no diehard boxing fan. She was a fan of the Charlo. She said, man, that motherfucker's soft. He's soft. Even women see this, bro. Casual fans peep this shit. So I know a experienced trainer, former fighter, know when a fighter is folding and not taking risks. Listen, you ain't have to shit on Jermell, but what you could have at least said is, no, that ain't what we train for. Or something, bro. At this point, you don't even care about your accolades no more. Man, listen, as long as the money fine, everything good in the neighborhood. You had no criticism. You talked as if Jamel gave his all. And then you backed up, and this one I knew that you knew that this shit was listen, bro. When you said, well, some people say you had a bad day, but how many people make this kind of money on a bad day? And then you got the, I guess, shitting on poor people and saying a lot of you motherfuckers that talking shit, you motherfuckers wish you could do what you love for money and shit like that, bro. You ain't got to get on the poor people, bro. We just entitled to opinion, bro. That's what the sport is about. You have fans. It's never shitting on you, bro. It's never shitting. I did shit on Jamel because I lost respect for him. I shitted on him. Most fighters, I don't shit on you, bro. I can criticize you, and I'm finna criticize you, Coach Derrick James. And yeah, I know you be on the internet. A lot of fighters be on the internet. Y'all be listening to this sauce. Listen, man. This one I knew, cause you made a little comment. You were like, yeah, first they said Spence fired me, then they said Frank fired me, now they saying Joshua fired me. But when they asked you about Terrence Crawford versus Canelo, yo ass, you stuttered, you started looking both ways, you dropped your head, you started scratching the back of your shit. I didn't even know that was news. I had never heard of it. And they said, okay, well, now that you know, what about the fight? What you think about it? I don't know. You know, Crawford's a great fighter, this and that. Nah, bro. I'm very convinced that Spence will bounce back. And that loss didn't fuck with him, bro. He disappointed, but it didn't fuck with him mentally to where he ain't the same. Oh, he gonna come back and be better. But Derrick James, I'm starting to think that Bud Crawford fucked you up worse than it did Spence. It fucked Spence up physically, but I think it fucked you up mentally. You can't even, when they mentioned Terrence Crawford, they asked you about a lot of fights and you gave predictions and shit. When they asked you about Terrence Bud Crawford, bro, it just was hesitation, bro. You started stuttering for the first time. What I'm saying is, and also you made a slick comment. You said, yeah, Terrence Crawford fought a good fight. He did his thing, but it was more so with Spence. It was more so Spence. And you basically said, yeah, he was drained, and at 154, it's going to be a completely different fight. Let me tell you something, Coach. That ain't no Trainer of the Year talk. Last year, you won Trainer of the Year. It was well-deserved. I think you should have won at least another Trainer of the Year. You should have 2 awards. Because a couple years ago, yeah, I think you should have won 2 Trainer of the Year awards. But I don't think you're the best coach in boxing at this point, in my opinion. At this point, it's a toss-up. It's a toss-up. A lot of trainers I like. But what I'm saying is you exposing a lot of chinks in your armor. Listen, you talking as if Spence finna go in there with the same game plan, but he just gonna be at a more natural weight and it's gonna work. Listen, I said that Spence didn't look right. He looked weak. I said all that, bro. But on the other side, bro, Terrence Bud Crawford is everything I've always thought he was. He's been on my number 1 pound for pound list by 5-6 years straight. Never left number 1. But I always said Spence could beat him. And I still think Spence can beat him. Not saying he will in the rematch, but I'm saying he can. He can. But you speak as if there's no adjustments that need to be made. He just needs to be at his strongest weight, and that way it's gonna work. Nah, bro. And I'm not saying, because I know no trainer gonna give up the game plan, but you talking as if Bud, he won the fight, but he really won because Spence was drained. When I say Spence didn't look right, even though, bro, it's still other factors that I seen. He may have been drained, but I still seen that Terrence Crawford got a higher ring IQ. See, because I said Errol Spence ring IQ is up there with, but I think Bud has a higher ring IQ. It's things that Bud showed me in that fight that I'm now convinced. I always said Bud was a better fighter, but at this point, Terrence Crawford, he better at thinking fast on his feet. His reflexes is different. That game plan of walking him down aggressively is one of the worst game plans you could ever come up with of fighting Terrence Crawford. One of the worst game plans you could have ever came up with, and thinking your strength was going to be the deciding factor. Terrible game plan. I even said in my prediction, I said, if Spence go in there and try to walk Bud down, he going to get stopped. I said that with strength or no strength. I said that the healthiest Spence, if you go in there just trying to think you finna dog walk Bud Crawford, it ain't going to happen. I said Spence need to go in there and box. A little mixture of Mikey and a mixture of how he fought Danny. Box. Move and box. Bud wasn't going to be expecting that, and make Bud come up a little forward at times. Not saying always be on your back foot, but let Bud come forward, because Bud, when he get offensive, he get hit more. Most fighters do, but I'm just saying, Bud, it's more openings to hit Bud when he's coming forward. When he on the back foot, he dangerous. And when he on the back foot and he fought as a southpaw, dangerous, bro. Dangerous. He wants you to come in. That is Bud's specialty. So, you didn't study Bud the way Bomac studied Spence. You did not study Bud the way Bomac has studied Spence. Because you never even prepared what if Bud switched southpaw. Spence was shocked when Bud came out southpaw. He was shocked. I guarantee you he didn't spoil not one southpaw. I guarantee you the preparation of that fight, he never spoiled a southpaw. He was shocked. You didn't know what else to tell him. So what I'm saying is this. I think Errol Spence going to come out as a better fighter. And it's going to be a much better fight. But I still think, bro, it's some shit. I think Bud got a high ring IQ. He's better in crucial moments. Like when shit get gritty, I trust Bud's decision making over Spence. Spence will lunge in and leave himself wide open. Bud is the master at creating space in tight situations. And another thing that shocked everybody and shocked me, I knew Bud had an inside game, but I didn't think it was that good. Bud is dangerous on the inside. But I still think Spence can work on the inside too. He can work. But mid-range is where it's the most dangerous for Spence. Fighting Bud mid-range is dangerous because Bud arms longer and he's just going to beat you to the punch. You better out fighting him from the outside or smothering his punches. Smothering his ass, hitting him with hooks to the body and clinching. He wasn't clinching Bud at all. You got to clinch Bud because as long as his arms loose, he's looking for angles to catch your ass with. You got to clinch him. So, that's another thing. Listen, man, there's so much, bro. You know, you went across the water and got Joshua. I rode with this. I said, well, he is a black fighter, you know. Then you went and got Ryan. You know, I said I shitted on Jamel, and I really did. I shitted on him by 3 different videos. I feel like the world should have shitted on Ryan the same way Jamel got shitted on. Because Ryan quit. And I'm going to go a little bit more in depth because I always say it, but I don't never break it down. I'm going to break it down. I'm just going to point out a key factor that showed me that he quit. And I ain't even looked over that fight since it happened. But it's just easy, bro. I got an eye for this shit. You know, this sauce is undeniable. Listen, just look after that knockdown, bro. I'm trying to think. That knockdown, was it in the second round? I want to say the second round. From the second round to the 7th round. When he got stopped. Yeah, the fight didn't go about 7 rounds. Okay, those rounds from round 2 to round 7, from the knockdown, because he looked shocked when he got up. That's the first thing that shocked him, the quickness at how fast Tank can put him down. After he missed with 3 or 4 more left hooks, bro, the whole facial expression in Ryan changed, bro. Ryan gave up way before that body punch. He gave up, bro. He gave up mentally. You can see it, bro. He was mentally defeated way before that knockdown. By the time the 7th round came, Ryan was looking for a way out. And that was the perfect moment. It was the perfect, and the world cried with him. Ain't nobody really shitted on Ryan for quitting. He quit before that knockdown. I want you to look at the body language. And then he even said it after the fight. I mean, but it was a coward way of really saying that I was looking for a way out. I'm going to tell you what he said. He said, you know, I thought the fight would be more exciting, and that's why, you know, I didn't want to let the fans down. I wanted to give them an action-packed fight, so I got more aggressive, and that's what got me caught, because I was, you know, Tank wasn't doing much swinging. He was doing a lot of moving. You made it like You were just trying to make the fight happen. No, what you did was you started trying to use more offense because you knew you would eventually get clipped and get put out of there, bro. Because you seen you couldn't beat him and you couldn't catch him clean. So once Ryan seen he couldn't land that left hook, I'm telling you, bro, his whole hopes and dreams and that entire build up for that fight, it was his left hook. Even Black fan, everybody talked about that left hook. Everybody thought once he landed it, Tank would go get dropped. Nah, bro. When he seen the left hook didn't work, he had no other answer. And Tank out-jabbed him. That was the most shocking tale of that fight. But nah, Ryan was looking for a way out, bro. He was mentally defeated. He seen he couldn't fuck with Tank, bro. Way before that knockdown. So, you picked up Ryan, Lion Ryan. I just think you doing some shit right now. You just doing some shit. I guess you just trying to add some legacy to your coaching and shit. Just say you coached a lot of people. You know, one of the greatest disappointments to me, why I say you went Hollywood, because I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I'm from Texas. I'm from East Texas. Dallas is the hardest fighting city in Texas, bro. Dallas has always, my entire life. And when I was in prison, everywhere Dallas always had the coldest fighters. It was some cold fighters out of Houston. Yeah, East Texas, we throw down. But Dallas always been the best fighters to me. The coldest fighters with the coldest hands come out of Dallas, Texas, that I've ever seen. So, I'm saying that to say this, you from the stiff cliff, and I just wish you had it, because I know it's fighters out of Dallas. I just wish you had it, because you done went to, way to the UK. You done went to LA to get Ryan. I just want to know why you ain't picked up a fighter out of Dallas. That's all I want to. Or out the D-Up-Dub, out of Fort Worth. Just out that area, bro. It's too. Fort Worth dudes can fight. But, I don't know, man. But I'm just going to tell you, bro. As a coach, you got to take accountability, bro. Yeah, I heard you in the corner when Jamil was fighting Canelo. And you said, do you want this? Do you want this? Do you want this? And all that, listen, bro. You ain't got that old law in you. I think you're a very good coach. I think you're a top coach, but you ain't, it's just certain shit I look for in the trainer. A lot of these trainers getting soft. You'll just watch your fighter just lose and give up on the fight. Trainers didn't used to do that shit. I just don't get it, bro. Ain't no way, bro, I'm finna act as if and talk to you as if you gave your all when I know you didn't give your all. Because I even said it in my post-fight. I said, man, I think Derrick James lost a lot of respect for Jamel. Because I seen how you were looking at him, bro. You were looking at him like, man, this motherfucker here. I'm not saying shit on the man in public, but I damn sure ain't finna make it like he gave his all. Well, he got the biggest bag of his career, and it's how do we go from legacy to the? Listen, I'm all for them getting a bag and all that, but I don't like hearing that after a loss. Don't say that shit at another time. Don't say it after you're responding to how he lost. Well, he got a big bag, and no. Did he try to win? Did he really dare to be great? This new term that everybody loves saying ever since Canelo lost to Bivol. Daring to be great. Did he really dare to be great? So, in my opinion, Derrick James, you don't win Hollywood, bro. You're doing a lot more interviews than that. Bro, quit talking to these white folks. Leave them folks, because they always ask you messy-ass questions, bro. Just quit talking to white folks. If you're going to talk, come on black platforms. I suggest black trainers and black fighters, start bringing your ass on YouTube. Instead of always trying to, because he was shooting slugs at YouTubers too. Y'all always do that shit. Bro. But Fight Hype, all them dudes criticize you too, but you still sit your dust ass down and talk to them. So don't take it so goddamn don't take it personal. Don't take it so goddamn personal when we critique you. When black folks critique you, you just want to cut us off. So like I said, bro, come on YouTube and fuck with us. It's a pretty big community. We very divided though, but yeah, it's a lot of black YouTubers that talk boxing. Bring your goddamn millionaire making ass, $1 million, a million trainer of the year having ass on these YouTube platforms and talk that shit. Because you're supposed to be a brother of the community, so You supposed to be pretty down to earth. Come talk to the YouTubers. You know. So, man, it is what it is, bro. I definitely think he went Hollywood, and I like I said, you didn't learn from that first fight. Which I'm telling you, Errol Spence is really gonna have to just be locked in. He gonna have to be locked in, and you just gonna have to really. I don't trust the game plan of Derrick James when it comes to fighting Terrence Crawford. Don't trust the game plan. I think it's gonna be the same shit. But Errol Spence himself gonna have to make adjustments. You gonna have to make adjustments. I think Derrick James really think that shit with Bud is cap. And you know, and don't get it twisted, bro. I'm not saying Bud is way better than Spencer. None of that. I'm not jumping on Bud bandwagon. I ain't on neither bandwagon. I'm in the middle. I like both fighters. So don't start that shit. But what I am saying, bro, Bud dangerous. You better handle that shit. Just like you talked about Canelo when Jamil was fighting him, he got to be careful and all that shit. And you showed the respect to Canelo. You need to show even more respect to the skills of Terrence Crawford. Because he got more than just power. He got skills. Way more skills than Canelo. So, you better show a little more respect, bro, because I'm telling you, that come in the training. I'm telling you, bro, Errol Spence accepted that. Like, I don't think you accepted it yet. You in denial about that shit. I'm being real. You having a real hard time adjusting to this shit. That shit fucked you. I'm telling you, I would never get over or forget. After that fight with Terrence Bud Crawford came over there and hugged Errol Spence. And Errol Spence hugged him and said, yeah, but you know we got to run that shit back. When Terrence Crawford, sit down. When Terrence Crawford hugged Derrick James kind of slickly grabbed that glove and squeezed it. And the way he was looking at Terrence Crawford, it was just a look like, it just like he seen a ghost. He looked shocked. He looked bewildered. He looked lethargic and shit. He was fucked up, bro. That's what I'm saying. Underestimating your opponent. Derrick James, I always said that. Derrick James talk about Terrence Crawford like he ain't no better than Sean Porter. I always said that, and he always said who if Terrence Crawford fought. He always talked like that fight was gonna be easy. He never said that was gonna be the toughest fight. Bomac said Errol Spence would be the toughest fight. Bomac took this fight serious, and he used all precautions. The game plan that Terrence Crawford had was epic. Coming out as a southpaw, throwing the right-handed jab, it completely discombobulated Errol. Fucked him up. He wasn't prepared. Y'all had no preparation for him coming out as a southpaw. So, you know, yeah, I think Terrence the best fighter in the world, though. So, but I still think Errol can beat him. I think no fighter has the chance of beating Terrence Crawford more than Errol. And after that, I'd say Boots. Because I can't say Boots is better than Errol. I just can't come out and say he's more talented than both of them. He more talented and naturally talented than both of them. But I don't think Boots, I can't say he better than Errol. I just can't say it, bro. If Errol and Boots was the fight, I'd favor Errol. But he go through some shit. Maybe another year or two. But as of right now, bro, I got Bud number 1, Spence number 2, pound for pound. Boots number 3. Who did I say number 4? Bud number 1, Earl number 2, Boots number 3, Devin number 4, Shakur number 5, Tank number 6. Yeah, that's my list. Top 6 fighters in boxing. And I'll say some crazy shit. Number 7 might be Morrell. Yeah, David Morrell might be number 7 on my pound for pound list. Yeah, right behind Tank at number 7. But anyway, I'm telling you, bro, Derrick James, you don't believe that shit. You just don't want to believe it, bro. You like that. You just don't want to believe it, bro. You like that football coach. That little, you know, my pops was like that. When we lost to the Eagles, bro, he just sat out there and drunk that goddamn 30-pack of Coors Light on the back of the truck, and he was just shocked. All night, he never accepted that loss. And I told you, that's when we found out the Little League coach was drafting grown-ass men coming out of TYC, big-ass muscles and beards and shit, and they playing 6th graders and shit. That's why he won every year. But anyway, yeah, my pops couldn't never figure that shit out. You know, he was always shocked. Eagles keep winning. That motherfucker was getting them kids out of TYC and juvenile and shit. So your ass better get ready. I'm just telling you, bro. Don't and this goes to Errol Spence fan, bro. Don't depend on that weight as that's all Earl needs to be, bud. Don't think just 154 just gonna solve all the problems, bro. It's a lot more problems, bro. I seen a lot more holes in Earl game, which I've always noticed, especially leaning in with his head. Terrence Crawford, he dangerous when it comes. That leaning in shit with your head and leaving your head on the line too long, you're gonna have to dip in and dip out a lot more faster and more strategic. So it's just certain things he do. But Earl didn't depend on his fundamentals. He depended on his power and aggression and strength. If he had depended on his fundamentals, he would have gave Bud way more trouble. Errol Spence has underrated fundamentals. I'm telling you, very underrated fundamentals. If he work behind the jab and be more patient, Earl a different kind of fighter. And I've seen him make these adjustments. I've seen him make the adjustment against Ugas. So and several fighters. So he got the capability to. I'm telling you, in my opinion, if he come out boxing, it'll give Bud problems. Not it's you can still walk him down, but just more strategic aggression, more strategic. Yeah, but that relentless shit you tried in the first, but that should have never worked. That should have never worked. So and you know, during the whole build up of the first fight, Derrick James just gave away his game plan. And every time they talked about it, he talked about how strong he was. And yeah, my strength and my durability, he just ain't ready for this kind of, you know, that constant pressure and constant pain and all that shit they kept talking, bro. Y'all gave up your game plan. I'm gonna tell you something, bro, because Earl got it in him. You can't be as noticeable. You got to be a sneaky fighter to catch Bud slipping. You can't be too repetitive and too predictable. You got to be sneaky with certain shots. And like I said, I've seen Earl fight and throw sneaky ass punches, especially that overhand left he throw. It's a sneaky ass punch. But you're gonna have to be more sneaky and strategic against him. But yeah, Derrick James done went Hollywood. Bro, you don't believe in Ryan, bro. You don't believe in him, bro. All that laughing y'all were doing, you motherfuckers ain't close like that, bro. That's why I say you done went Hollywood, bro. Yeah, you know, that's how it is when, you know, blacks, you know, rich blacks, they hang with other rich blacks and they get to mingling and go to them tea parties and shit and all that other kind of shit and mingle and shit. But I don't know, bro. You better get it together because you know, we watched Jamel fold. One thing I know though, Earl will never fold. Out of all the fighters, the only fighter I'm convinced is a real lion is Errol Spence. Errol Spence will never fold. I can't say Frank will or not because I don't know yet, but Earl will never fold. So that's the only for sure dog you got in your camp, in my opinion. So I'm telling you, bro, you better really take Bud serious in this rematch. I'm telling you, bro, you still talking like he ain't no better than Keith Thurman or some shit. Double E with the F. Your ass better take him serious, bro. You better take him serious, bro. You know, because Earl got to take them punches, not you, bro. Think about your fighter. So all these aggressive-ass game plans, bro, maybe Earl just need to go back to the basics and the fundamentals, bro. And strategically breaking down the fight instead of trying to lean on them and shit like that, you know. Cause Bud gonna create space and catch you with some shit. But yeah, this is 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charlo J. With that, I'm out.